50, 45. There goes Davis.
Oh my God!
Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow! Oh my God! Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
Oh, welcome in everyone to a brand new edition of the Dream Wager, episode 506. Today is Monday, March 10th, 2025. Elvis, I'm coming to you live from the 407. Just found that out. The 407 Orlando zip code, and you can see it in my face. Got the tan mark. Went to spring training.
I told you that sun out there, no joke.
Bro, it's different. The daylight savings, we get this extra hour. My arms, I don't know if you could see it right now. The arms are going crazy, and it's humid. The bugs are crazy too.
Yeah, Florida. Shout out Florida, man. Yo, I cut my uncle's tree, like trimmed this tree down there, bro.
It's no joke.
And it was in April. I was burnt. This is April.
Yeah.
Can only imagine doing it like in mid July. So shout out to all the gardeners and farmers down in the South, because I'm telling you right now, that sun is no joke. And Dylan, tell them it's only March.
It's only March. I mean,
that sun is busting.
When me and my girlfriend come back here in the summer, I could only imagine. It's
I like that. You know what's crazy? It's like this from like 10 a.m. to 7. And then it's like
insane.
nice, cool, just humid. But when that sun is out, it's like 100 all day. It feels like it.
And let me tell you, it rains for like 20 minutes.
Hard as shit. And then it's cleared. Nice, beautiful day again. Yeah. Florida's amazing.
Shout out to the Floridians, though. They've been very nice. Gated community. Don't want to brag, but living the nice life right now. But it's doing well, man. You had a nice vacation as well, little break. How was the Poconos?
Yeah, Poconos was amazing. Had to spend some time with the old girlfriend, which was amazing. So shout out her, shout out me. Poconos was nice. Kind of a little upset. Oh no, not over the, because I got back like a couple hours ago, people.
Yeah. All
this news is breaking.
It's ridiculous.
Some good, some bad, some I'm upset because some guys I wanted to become a New England Patriot, not becoming New England Patriots. So I'm a little disappointed about that. I've been telling you for weeks now, months on the show, we need a number one receiver, and there's been already a few that's gotten away.
Off the board. I mean, I'm off the wine. It's crazy right now. So all this news, I'm trying to enjoy some family time downstairs. And my girl's like, your phone is blowing up. Who is that? I said, it's Twitter. It's Adam Schefter. It's not me.
Working overtime.
Yeah. I was like, I actually I got to go upstairs and record now. Yeah. So let's get into it. Had a lot of news break over the weekend. I was trying to enjoy it, but the NFL does not sleep. We got some plays for you towards the later end of the show. LeBron is out. I do want to get your thoughts on that as well. Tough way to go down, especially gearing up towards the playoffs coming up. Conference championship is closing up. We got 12 games in the college slate and then a short 4-game NHL slate. Correct me if I'm wrong, last couple episodes, you've been undefeated now, kid.
In hockey.
Yes. Hockey. Yes.
Yeah. I'm not even going to hold to you.
Basketball's been tough.
Last 2 pods, I think, or just 1 pod. I think the last pod.
I think you went 1-3 the other day.
Yeah, 1-3 basketball, but I went like 2-0 for hockey. So we're doing good, people. Yeah. I don't know why. Also hit up Cuddy before the show. Some plays for the people later on as well in the hockey. So
another Floridian.
But for the month, we're still hot.
Yeah.
But for the past week or so, I'm not even gonna hold you out. We're still up, for the week. We're 13-8, up 3 units. But these past like 3-4 days,
we gotta circle the wagon. We'll get back to it. But kid, let's start all the way back on Friday, and we'll come all the way to Sunday night while we're recording this. Didn't really expect this one, because I know about maybe a year ago or maybe about 2 years ago, they signed him, and we thought this is a great signing. Jaguars, they signed Evan Ingram, and then they just released them over the weekend. They save about $6 million in the cap, $13.5 million in the dead money charge as well. So That's really tough for a first year coach. And also that's one of Trevor Lawrence's best receivers as well.
Yeah, so to me, I'm a little surprised by the move just because we saw Christian Kirk get released. Now we seeing to me their number one. Well, prior to Brian
Yeah,
Thomas Jr. Let's make that
he's
clear.
ridiculous.
Let's not forget the year prior, Evan Ingram had his best year of his career, especially down the stretch. He literally was his number one target after all those guys went down with injury. So, just I understand he dealt with some injuries this season, wasn't really there available, and they cut him. A little surprised by it, just like I said, just because Christian Kirk now Evan Ingram as well, but I see it. Brian Thomas Jr.
He's
honestly has
legit, man. He's
yeah,
legit.
he has the potential to become honestly a top five receiver. He had an
Yeah.
elite season, so I wouldn't be surprised if he even has a better season with a healthy Trevor Lawrence throughout the season. So shout out them. But in my opinion, I would have kept Evan Ingram. I understand the Christian Kirk move, but hey, I think Evan Ingram still has some prime years left. Definitely could go somewhere, like a contender. Maybe like, we'll see where he can end up. I'm not gonna name a
The
couple teams.
Jets.
Nah, I say he goes somewhere try to win. But hey, I think he will be a nice target slash tight end target for any team out there. So shout out the Jags, but in my opinion, little.
I think it's because of what you said. It was the injury this year. They couldn't really rely on him. Unfortunate because he is a good tight
Yeah,
end
but at
in
the
the
end of the day,
league.
you hit a grand slam, not even a home run,
Yeah.
grand slam with Brian Thomas Jr.
Let's go to the Redskins. They do inform their two-time Pro Bowl defensive tackle Jonathan Allen that he is being released. They released him a day early before free agency. He's going to be one of the top defensive tackles in the market as well. So someone's going to go out there and get themselves a really great defensive tackle. Surprised they weren't able to keep him because a couple days later they do re-sign Zach Ertz, a really good veteran wide tight end. They re-signed him just a 1 year, $6.5 million deal. He is with incentives. He could earn up to $9 million.
Team
Couple
friendly
things.
deal. Team
Yeah,
friendly.
team friendly deal. I'm glad they re-signed him because Zach Ertz, remember the playoffs? He had 6, 8 catches per game. He and Jaden Daniels had a great connection.
Mhm.
Let's go back to Jonathan Allen though, real quick. Are you surprised because Jonathan Allen's one of the best defensive tackles in the league?
Mm, not
He wants
really.
a bit. He wants a big
He
contract.
he
That's
wants
what
a
it is.
big, huge
But he's
contract. He wants
worth it.
He's absolutely worth it, deal. But you gotta look at it from the Commanders' perspective. Right now, you gotta take advantage. To me, I would have signed him. Maybe not at the number he wants to, but I would at least try to, kick the tires on a negotiation. But right now, you're set up. You just got Debo, you got Terry. To me, you got two pretty good running backs, and you just resigned Zach Ertz, so the offense is fine. With that money, let's just say he was going to give him around $30 million. Because I think that's who's going to get $30 million.
Yeah.
You could get possibly three pretty good players with that $30 million. I understand it's going to be tough to replace them, but you could get two potential Pro Bowl pieces, and I think they could possibly be better off. We'll see about it because we
Yeah.
know that defensive front could still get after the quarterback, and at the end, you got Dan Quinn there. He's gonna be able to turn the ball over, and I wouldn't be surprised they either draft somebody very high at the D10 DT spot or defensive line spot, or they go sign a pretty good veteran out there, just not at the max dollar.
You know, a team I think, unfortunately, not good for you and I, but the Buffalo Bills would be a great spot for him.
Yeah, all that money, and not to get too
Yep.
ahead for the we
Yep.
saw they released Von Miller, so they have a ton of cap. Let's not forget, people. Von Miller got paid after that Super Bowl with the Rams, so he was on a nice
Mm-hmm.
contract. So great move by the Bills, in my opinion. But I think Von Miller also is still a valuable asset for any true contender out there.
I'm in Florida. Let's go to the Buccaneers. Welcome back, Levante Davis. He's back for his 14th season in the NFL. He's returning on a very friendly deal, 1 year, $10 million, $9 million guaranteed. They need a linebacker. They need a linebacker help all season, and coming home on a team-friendly deal. My question: why now?
Uh, one, he probably gonna miss it. He probably missed it a little bit. We saw him come back last season down the stretch, and we still know. I understand he's past his prime, people, but he's still a pretty good linebacker at his age. pretty good. I'm not gonna say elite or anything like
Yeah.
that, but we saw the performances throughout the years. Going back to the Super Bowl against Travis Kelsey, that was just a couple years ago. But we saw the performance he put on there. So can he? It's like the LeBron. Can LeBron still sit in a chair for 2-3 minutes at a time? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So can Levante David play, the last 2 minute stretch or 2 minutes before the halftime and call the defense? Absolutely. Can he get a couple sacks? Absolutely. But is he, once the player he was 5, 6, 8 years ago? No. Who would be? But to me, for 9 minutes with $10 million for somebody that already knows the offense and could also be a player coach, I think it's a win-win.
Okay, let's get into the trades. I called it last week. I called it, and I don't have sources, but I called it last week. I just
Only
had a
person
funny
with sources on
Joey.
the show is Joey.
Joey. No, he
Joey,
does have
Joey
sources.
knows people. That's what I'm gonna say.
Geno Smith traded to the Las Vegas Raiders for a 3rd-round pick. He does have 1 year remaining on the deal. The Raiders are trading for him without having a new place in deal, which I don't know how that will go, but they weren't done just there. They sent 2-time Pro Bowler DK Metcalf to the Steelers today, and the Steelers are sending a 2nd-round pick to the Seahawks and flipping picks in the 6th and 7th round. And they said, you know what? When you come over to Pittsburgh, we got a new 5-year, $150 million deal. This week, they cut Tyler Lockett. They cut DeMonte Jones. They trade Geno Smith to the Raiders for a 3rd-round pick. They trade DK Metcalf to the Steelers for a 2nd-round pick and kind of like a late-round pick swap. They've been busy, man. We're going to fade Seattle this year. I'll know that. But my thing is, how petty is Seattle? He said he wants to go to a warm destination. Here you go. We'll give you to Pittsburgh.
I will say this. I think you would agree Pittsburgh is warmer than Seattle. Less rain. I understand Pittsburgh gets as cold as Seattle, but I'm going to say majority of the time Pittsburgh is warmer. Just by a little bit.
And it's a better team.
Yeah, absolutely. It depends who the quarterback is, but yeah.
We'll start with Geno, though. You like him going to a young Raider team, going back with Pete Carroll reunion.
Yeah, I love the reunion. I love that part of it. I'm a little surprised by the move from Seattle standpoint, just because, we saw stretches where they were on top of the division. I understand maybe you're not as confident. I wasn't as confident as you guys last year, but maybe you have a shot at the division again if you guys can stay healthy and Geno plays at a high level. I don't understand why you just traded. Honestly, might have not been your franchise quarterback, but for the past few years, Geno Smith has been a franchise quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. So I'm just a little surprised that they just let go. Traded him away and let him walk. To me, a little surprised by that. Now I'm interested to see what do they have in mind. What is their plan moving forward? Because honestly, like I said, Geno Smith might not be every guy or coach franchise quarterback, but he's been a solid quarterback since he's been in Seattle. And I think with the reunion, with Pete Carroll, with Tom Brady overseeing things, just giving a little intel here and there, we might even see Geno reach that level he played a couple years ago when Seattle was a playoff team. So I think, like I said, B. Carroll also signing Crosby to that huge deal as well. I like the moves they're doing. Like I said, though, before, I don't see Tom Brady, bringing in Pete Carroll, and them just being a rebuild. No, they're going to make moves to win now, and what they're doing is win now moves. So,
if you think the front office is not listening to Tom Brady, you're a fool.
Yeah, you're a fool. So, love the moves they've been making ever since Pete Carroll took care of Crosby, extended him. Now they got themselves a pretty good quarterback. I'm going to just say pretty good. Now let's see what the defense could be. Let's see how the draft goes. Hey, Raiders.
What do you do? What do you do with the draft now at number 6? Because they're not going to go. They're not going to go quarterback. Do you go running back?
Who said?
Why go quarterback? You just got a veteran quarterback.
You only got Geno Smith on the contract for 1 year.
Hot take: they're gonna re-sign Geno Smith. They're gonna give him a contract. Pete Carroll believes in him.
Pete Carroll could believe in him, but when the ownership says, you know what, we want to see what we got in our investment for a year, that he's already under contract, why not let it ride?
You're gonna bring in a rookie quarterback to sit for a year?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I rephrase it once again to the Green Bay Packers. Look at the success they had over 3 decades by doing this recipe, Bill. Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is Jordan Love. For all the people out there, I understand you might not love Jordan Love. I wouldn't say as much as I do because I don't love the guy, but I think at the end of the day, he's a top 10 quarterback. And name me every team out there will want themselves a top 10 quarterback. So why not learn under Geno Smith, under a little bit of Tom Brady as well for a year and really develop? Because it's not like you're gonna come in and be Jaden. Hey, highly doubt you're Jaden
Yeah,
Daniels and
that
take your team
yeah.
to the NFC Championship game your rookie year.
What if
But
they're both gone by 6? What do you do then if you're the Raiders?
I'm going defensive end, deal. Going,
Really?
I'm going
You,
either offensive tackle or DN.
you know
Put
who
them
I'm
on the
taking?
opposite. Who are you taking?
Either I like to call on an offensive lineman because that was a problem last year, and you need to protect
And
Geno to
not for
give him
nothing,
some time.
you have a good chance of gagging number 1 and number 2 rated offensive lineman.
100%. It's going to be a hot take, and I already know you don't like it, and I didn't even say it, and it's very frowned upon.
Frowned upon.
But take Alshon Gentry. Take the running back from
I
Boise.
wouldn't say it's frowned upon just because we saw the success that running backs has been having lately. Look at Jahmyr Gibbs. He's one of the
Yeah.
most electric dual threats in all of football. Look at Brian Robinson Jr. His speed is electric. Look what he brought to the Atlanta Falcons offense. Look at Saquon Barkley setting the NFL running back market once again, rushing for the all-time NFL record throughout regular season and postseason. Why not invest in a running back early on? So I understand as of late that hasn't been the norm, but as of 2024, it's not the norm because we saw 2 studs get drafted way higher than I anticipated in Jahmyr Gibbs and Brian Robinson Jr. and ask those teams how they like those picks.
And now what about DK? Going to Steelers, you pair him up with George Pickens. We'll see who the quarterback is. My call,
Russ.
I think it's going to be Justin Fields. The more everyone talks about it and the more I read coming out of Pittsburgh, I think it's going to be Justin Fields because he's not going to demand more. And they won games. They were undefeated. They could win games. Now it's not going to be pretty.
Yeah.
It's not going to be pretty.
They might average 18 points, but they're
going to win.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that point. But the goal is to win, or the goal is to compete for a championship? Because what's been the talk? What was your hot take after the playoff loss? Mike Tomlin haven't won a playoff game in 8 years.
That's a fact.
No, I know, but like I said, I'm gonna ask you the question.
Yeah.
Is the goal to win? To make
it's
the playoffs?
To win a championship. It's to win a championship.
Okay, so who gives you the better opportunity to win a championship?
Right now, Justin Fields.
I'm gonna say it was the wine. I'm gonna blame that on the wine. So with a straight face, people, I'm gonna tell you, and I'm pretty sure that we saw the video last year. Russell Wilson gives you the best opportunity to compete for a title.
But business-wise, you're a businessman. Would you pay Russ or would you pay Justin Fields?
Russ played last year on a veteran minimum.
Deservingly so.
I'm not going to go by what's this, that, what. Last year he played on a veteran minimum. I'm pretty sure he'll play for a team-friendly deal moving forward. That's just a fact.
Do you think regardless of who the quarterback is, what do you think DK is going to do? Because he wanted to go to a warm temperature city. They send him to Pittsburgh. Now, it is warmer, I would say.
One thing I could say.
Yeah.
150 M's would change the attitude.
Yeah, that will.
One thing you can say about DK, yes, he might have some, sideline issues. Every star receiver does. Most.
Divas.
But we never question his integrity to win. He wants to win. So I think him pairing with George Pickens, I'll tell you one thing. Wouldn't be surprised if George Pickens gets moved. Because we saw the antics last year. Maybe the Steelers front office is like, you know what? Let's bring in a guy that's very similar. Let's pay him so we don't need to pay George. Right. That's just my opinion. Wouldn't be surprised if he's moved, but I'm the Steelers. I'm going to try to sign George Pickens for maybe not a similar deal, but at least a team for maybe like a 3-year extension, $90 million. $80 million, something like
Yeah.
that. See if you could get it done. Because with the right quarterback, those two studs receiver, you still got Austin running up the middle, got fire move at the tight end position, and hate him or love him, uh, Najee
Najee
Harris
Harris,
is pretty
legend,
good. It's pretty
legend.
good. So I like what's in the mix. Is just are they gonna have them paired, or is it gonna end up trading George Pickens?
We'll see. I thought it was a pretty good deal, and you're right. I mean, they're giving you 150 million. You're gonna
I'll
say
play in
yes.
Alaska.
Yeah, I'll play too.
Yeah.
Let's go to the Chiefs. They re-signed Hollywood Brown to a 1-year deal worth up to 11 million. They re-signed one of their best linebackers, Nick Bolton, 3 years, 45 million, 30 guaranteed. Top two linebackers that were supposed to hit the market, Zach Bond and Nick Bolton, both re-signed with their clubs. And also, I think the biggest story, Xavier Worthy was arrested on a felony domestic charge violence in Texas. Authorities have declined to press charges, which is a good thing, but why do they always draft these guys with off the field issues? You're laughing, but I'm dead ass.
I know. Initially, I don't think it's their intent to draft these guys. Notice how they draft them, then the incident happens after, never prior. So I'm gonna give Xavier Worthy the benefit of doubt. I'm gonna blame the other person involved.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're blaming the woman?
See, like I said, people, if you've been listening from the beginning, I've been in the Poconos, didn't read the details.
Yeah, domestic violence.
Domestic violence. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Xavier,
I'm waiting till all the facts come out. That's the stance I'm taking.
All I'm gonna say is, be appreciative. They're not gonna press charges, and whatever they ask it for, just give it, and maybe a little more. And
kind of crazy.
Take some anger issues. And I'm going to give you the same advice I gave Jordan Addison. Never gave me a call, by the way. If you need a personal driver, or anybody to keep you in check, hit your boy.
You love to drive.
Yeah, I got you, man. You don't like to fly? I drive you state to state. No issue. I could be your own little personal security and all that. Hit me.
All right, let's go to the Bills. Another big deal. They've signed former first-round pick Greg Newsome. They reached an agreement, 4 years, $80 million, $54 million guarantee. The defensive end has been fantastic for him, but you pair him up with Jonathan Allen. I think that's a scary thing. You mentioned it. They did release Von Miller. They free up around $8.5 million, but apparently the team came out and said they're open to bringing him back, but on less money, which makes sense. Still to come, though, they got to re-sign James Cook. That is one. They re-signed Khalil Shakur. They signed Terrell Bernard. They signed Gregory Rousseau. And then literally 10 minutes before we start, they give Josh Allen 6 years, $330 million extension, $250 guaranteed. It's the largest guarantee ever. I mean, he just won MVP. And he got a contract a few years ago, but it's outdated now. He's worth a new contract.
Yeah, absolutely. We just saw Josh Allen take, in my opinion, his least loaded offense yet, and had his best season of his career. In my opinion,
that's fair.
He did more with less, and you got to give credit where credit's due. We saw him take off when he got Stephon Diggs. And then we honestly saw him at his best last year without him. Dealt with a few injuries on the outside, brung in Amari Cooper at the trade deadline. The only real consistent target he had for most of the year was Shakur and James Cook, So we even saw the backup, Ben Johnson, get a few targets at the end of the year, a few bombs down the field as well. So give credit to Josh Allen. I think the contract was well deserved. And let's get him. Let's get him a true number one receiver. I said it last pod. Devontae Adams, take a team-friendly deal. Try to compete for a Super Bowl. I think it'll be a great fit in Buffalo. He's used to playing with the cold. He played in Green Bay for about 8-9 years. And I think he can honestly compete and elevate Josh Allen just a little bit more with Devontae Adams. So if I'm Buffalo, there's one player I still got my eye on, and that's Devontae Adams.
That's how I know you've been in the Poconos, because Devontae Adams got paid.
No way.
Devontae Adams signed a 2-year deal, $46 million, $26 guaranteed, to the Los Angeles Rams. He's going back home. That's enough. This is live.
It's a
Elvis.
lot. It's a lot going on, yo. Like I said, and I apologize.
It's not even Monday where free agency. We haven't seen anything yet, kid.
So
And
they're
and I
colluding.
tell and yes, and let me tell you this: Aaron Rodgers is going there next.
How?
He's going.
This
No,
time hasn't
not
happened.
Rams, not Rams. He's gonna go out west.
What I'm gonna say is, I saw a post before I got on. As of right now, I don't know which book was it, but Aaron Rodgers to the Giants is minus 160 somewhere. I'm just saying what I saw.
It makes a lot of sense.
He don't want to sell that $9 million house in Cedar Grove. He's not gonna get. At the end of the day, Aaron Rodgers made a lot of money.
He doesn't need the money.
One thing I can say, no man wants to take a loss.
They know Cooper Kupp is gone. You resign.
I wouldn't say he's gone.
No, he's gone. They want to sell him. They told him already. He made an Instagram post.
You just got Devontae Adams. Shit.
You make an Instagram post, it's over.
This is what I'm talking about, people. Let me go on a quick side note.
You got it.
I've been saying for months, to elevate Drake May, we need a true number one receiver. I understand T. Higgins got under attack. That was my dream scenario. Cooper Kupp got available. Still no deal done. That's okay. He's a little past his prime, in my opinion. Devontae Adams became available. I understand he might be a little past his prime, but in my opinion, he's still a top 12, top 10, definitely a top 15 wide receiver in my books that could have elevated Drake May's play. We got DK became available. You got a guy like Christian Kirk that's available. And yet the Pats are not signing a damn wide receiver.
Christian Kirk is to the Houston Texans. I'm telling you, E has been away.
I'm not even connected right now, people, because I'm getting frustrated by the news I'm receiving. I can tell you can still hear me.
No, we could hear you loud and clear.
Fuck, people. Fuck. As a Patriots fan, I'm just frustrated because there's guys that could elevate and, make us reach the promised land a little sooner than later, and we're just not doing it. And I don't understand why.
We're gonna get to the Patriots in just a minute. Let's go to the Ravens. By the way, I love the move for Devontae Adams. One, he gets paid. Give Matthew Stafford a 1A to Puka Nacua. Love the move for Matthew Stafford, and it's only a 2-year deal. He's worth the money. I love it. He's going back home.
Yeah,
let's go. Let's go to the Ravens. Hall of Famer Ronnie Stanley. They were gonna tag him, but they gave him a 3-year, $60 million deal. Gonna protect Lamar for the next 3 years until he goes off to Canton. But that's a great move. You got to resign Ronnie Stanley.
Yeah, to me, that's a great deal. Just because if you would have franchise tag after, let's not forget, people, last year 3 offensive linemen, 3 starters left the team to get paid somewhere else. To me, you had to take care of one of these guys because that sends a message to the locker room. Hey, you can block for Lamar all we want. We're just gonna bring a different guy in. So if you don't take a team-friendly deal, we're just gonna franchise you, then you can walk. So to me, the fact that they took care of him, gave him the contract, to me is a good message, and also sends a great message to the locker room.
I hope you heard this news. Browns and Myles Garrett. They reached an agreement. Okay. I was about to say
everything else. The Devontae I didn't know, and Christian Kirk I didn't know. Everything else I'm on it. Yeah,
but Myles Garrett, they were adamant. They said it at the combine. We are not open to trading him. We are not.
That's what I was right about. I was right about.
You were right about this. You said, listen, I don't think they're gonna trade him, even though he wants out.
Yeah.
I mean, when you give him this kind of money. He's averaging $40 million per year, $123.5 million in guaranteed. It makes him the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL. The contract also includes a no trade clause and ties Garrett to the Browns to 2030. He's going to be in Canton. I was just talking about Ronnie Stanley going to Canton. He's going to be from Cleveland to Canton. Number 1 overall pick back in 2017. He is so worth the money. I just wish the Browns were better.
Yeah. Like I said, this is the sales pitch I would have said to Myles. First, I would have gave you a massive contract. Second, you have the 2nd overall pick. I would have brought him in and we're like, who would you like?
Abdul Carter. No, you pair him with Abdul
I
Carter.
know. I would have asked for his input.
Yeah, of
Who
course.
would you like us to get, Miles? Who would you like us to get a quarterback? Would you like us to get somebody to pair alongside of you? This is what we think we should do. Like I said, the Browns have a situation where, in my opinion, I wouldn't say they're just a quarterback away, but they're pretty good quarterback away from being a contender, honestly. Not just a quarterback, pretty good quarterback play. And you could pitch to Miles. We have the cap space to get one of these veterans, or we could get one of these young guns, either Cam or Shador. We're going to get one of them. We have the second overall pick.
Really?
I'm just saying what they could pitch to him.
Yeah, no, I want to ask you real quick. What do you think they're going to go with at number 2? Because I don't think they're going to go rookie quarterback.
I'm going rookie quarterback. What? When are you going to, turn the curse around? When are you going to change
Sam Darnold?
You
believe in him? You've been on the pod last week talking about, Dylan, about the Jets. You were sitting here trying to persuade me to take fucking Sam Darnold. Come on.
Yeah. But the difference is you have a chance to draft a quarterback and be your franchise guy for the next decade.
Okay, let's cut the bull. Let's cut the bull real quick. I'm a huge Shador fan. We've been propping him up on the show all year, over a year and a half now, 2 years. These guys aren't generational quarterbacks. And it's no disrespect to Shador or Cam Ward, but they're no Andrew Luck.
Yeah, they're not Trevor Lawrence. They're not Joe Burrow.
So
I agree with you 100%.
So if Cleveland is sitting here thinking back, well, these aren't generational. They're not going to change the trajectory of our franchise. Why don't I go and get a Sam Darnold for a year or 2 years?
No, like I said,
Daniel Jones is on the market.
I wouldn't be mad. Kirk Cousins. Aaron Rodgers.
Exactly.
There's guys out there.
So draft Abdul Carter.
Justin Fields.
No, Justin Fields is going to stay. And Jameis is off the market. He's coming to the Jets. But, come on. Other than that, though, there are quarterbacks out there. I think you'd be a fool. You said it yourself. We had CT on the show. Abdul Carter is a generational pass rusher for another 10 years, and he will succeed Myles Garrett.
He could go to the future. I'm not gonna say succeed, but he could be his little
successor. That's what I meant to say. Successor. It's
the
wine.
Yeah, he could be the successor. I give you that. But you have a chance to draft your franchise guy. I think you take a shot. Whoever your scouts, whoever your quarterback guy is on the team, go with his gut. If he tells you, I think this guy could be, because let's not forget, people, look at all the turmoil at the quarterback position in our lifetime, just our lifetime as the Browns. I'm not even a Browns fan, and I'm like, shit. Even back to, what's my boys, Brady Quinn.
Shout out Brady Quinn.
Brandon Whedon.
Oh.
I'm dropping gems over here. Josh Freeman. Remember Josh Freeman?
Yeah.
I'm dropping names over here. So, these are all guys they drafted to potentially be like Johnny Manziel.
Nah, Johnny's a legend.
No, Johnny's a legend, but how many times you gonna go through this?
Exactly. That is my point. And why do it again with a Cam Ward or Shador Sanders?
All right, you got me there. I would say that you got me there. But to me, this is different.
Is it?
Yeah, because
you just agreed to me that they're not generational players.
Yes, 100%. But the difference between those teams and this team is potentially just a quarter. I think it's just a quarterback away.
You think Cleveland is a quarterback away?
They have top 5 defense. Do they not, or do they? Do they or do they not?
I don't know. I gotta look at the numbers. It was questionable last season.
Do they have a top 10 defense?
Top 10, yes.
All right. Do they have a top 10 coach?
Yes, Kevin Stefanski is he's a coach of the year. Yes.
Okay. Offensively.
Offensive line, top 10.
Okay. Weapons on the outside. Decent. Not great. I'm not saying
great.
Not great, but decent. What was the number one issue last year?
Quarterback. That I don't disagree with you, but they're not a quarterback away. You can't plug in
All right,
Aaron.
all right.
Yeah.
With above average quarterback play, keywords above average.
Mhm.
Were they a playoff team last year? Yes or no? The answer is yes.
Probably yes, because I think at a certain point they quit
Yeah.
and
So
they started to tank.
so off the rip with just better quarterback play, above average quarterback play, you're a playoff team.
Yeah, that's
With
fair.
great
I agree.
playoff play, with great quarterback play, you're a contender.
You're getting that with a rookie?
No, I'm not saying that, but maybe 2 years, 3 years from now, you could build off that. I'm not sure Sammy D, Kirk Cousins, one of these veteran guys.
Don't go back on your word now. I will not let you. You are a Sam Darnold believer.
Yeah, I'm a Sam Darnold believer, but I'm not sure 3 years from now, 2 years from now, that you're going to be in the same position you are today.
I'm glad you think that because you were out here trying to put him on my team.
No,
I'm glad you're saying that now.
Yeah, but I'm trying to compare it to a rookie quarterback where in a rookie coming in, the potential is only going to go up each year, every year. We could see Sammy D or any of these veteran quarterbacks have a great season and then start declining.
Yeah,
While the rookie,
no,
one
fair.
of these rookie quarterbacks, gonna have a potential have a good season. Next year they're gonna be better. Year after they're gonna be better.
Yeah, I agree. We'll see what they do. The draft is about 45 days away, so I can't wait till we see. And hey, I hope I'm right. I hope they get Abdul Carter at number 2. Honestly, I hope he falls to 7
I
to the
want him to
Jets.
go quarterback. I want him to go quarterback.
Why? Because you're selfish and you want him for the Patriots. See, selfish. Selfish.
I'm not
no,
saying
no,
that.
no,
All
no.
I'm
That's
saying
selfish.
is it will be nice if a Duel or a Travis drops to number 4.
That's all you're saying. Yeah, exactly. That's all you're saying. Yeah,
That's all
whatever.
I'm saying.
Let's go to
It'll be smart, in my opinion, for the Cleveland Browns and the Giants to go quarterback.
Let's go back to Minnesota because they do bring back their running back Aaron Jones. They re-signed him to a 2-year deal, $20 million.
Shout out Saquon.
Yep.
Shout out Saquon. Got himself. Every running back gets a little bump now. Look at the contract
$13 million guaranteed.
Shout out Saquon. If I'm Aaron Jones, I'm buying Saquon dinner. Shipping him a nice bottle of wine like you sipping on right now. Because I'm telling you right now, he would have never got that contract if it wasn't for Saquon Barkley. Not saying he would, but the number.
Yeah.
So shout out Saquon for resetting the running back market. I think last year Aaron Jones signed for only $8 million.
But he deserved it. I mean,
absolutely.
He started all 17 games. He had a career high. He rushed for 1,100 yards. He had over 400 receiving yards. He had a hell of a season.
No, absolutely. To me, he deserves it. Absolutely. But we saw what running backs were getting last year. Even think about Saquon got the same contract last year, damn near, from the Eagles. 3 years, $36 million. Almost an identical contract. Look, now he's got a little bump.
Do you really believe if Saquon didn't sign that extension, Aaron Jones would have got paid less? Do you really believe that, Elvis?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, that's fair. That's your opinion.
Think about it. Last year, Saquon was getting $12 million.
Yeah.
You think if Saquon was still getting $12 million, you think Aaron Jones will get 10? Simple question.
Yeah, no, probably not.
Exactly.
A lot of money fucking being spent. I'll tell you that. Let's go to your Patriots. I said be patient. We are going to talk about the Patriots. Vrabel gets his guy back. They're signing Harold Landry, the third linebacker from the Titans, 3 years, $45 million, $26 million guaranteed. Yo, he's sideline to sideline. That's Vrabel's guy. He gets him back to the Patriots. And you also sign Austin Hooper. He's returning to New England on a 1-year, $5 million deal. So you get another tight end. But you guys are doing some things.
Yeah, I think it was a great move.
that was the saddest. Yeah.
Yeah, because what do I want? Like, it's a great move.
It will come.
When? Tomorrow is agency. By Wednesday, everybody's gone. You know this. I know this.
Yeah.
By Wednesday, everybody's gone. What are we gonna get?
I just need you to be patient because you could get Cooper Kupp. Let's call it what it is.
Yeah, but let's call it how it is.
Yeah.
DK, Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp.
That's fair, but he did just win the Triple Crown.
That was a couple years ago.
That was like 2 years ago. Come on, you're about to that's blasphemy. You're about to sit here and put dirt on
I'm not. I'm
Cooper
not.
Cup's name.
All I'm saying is those guys who I mentioned prior will elevated Drake May.
Even Debo Samuel.
I would. Mm, mm. He is a dual threat, and I honestly do think that's the thing. They're both gonna be dealing with knick-knack injuries. Like I wouldn't be surprised Cooper Cup misses 4 games next year. Wouldn't be shocked
Oh my
at all
god.
if Debo misses 4 to 5 games next year.
We have breaking news right now.
Oh shit.
Not NFL, MLB. Garrett Cole has been recommended to undergo Tommy John surgery, miss the whole season.
That's unfortunate. As a Red
Very.
Sox fan, like that, I'm
Ugh.
not even gonna. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Garrett Cole, as a baseball fan, I'm gonna talk as a baseball fan perspective.
He's a great pitcher.
He's one of the best pitchers in
Yeah.
all of the game. It's like the Grom going down.
Oh,
Like the Grom still hasn't been back. So
shout out to Grom.
shout out to Grom. He's coming back this year. It just sucks, because we know this, especially if it's Tommy John. Like as of right now, is recommended. Let's say he doesn't have the procedure till next month. He won't be back till about
Spring training, yeah.
No,
Oh no.
I'm talking about like in game, no pitch count. August next year.
After the All-Star break.
Yeah, at the bare minimum.
That's sad. I just went to I went to the Blue Jays and Phillies spring training game on Saturday. It was pretty cool. Phillies lineup is legit. Bryce Harper had 3 hits. Alex Boehm had 2 home runs. They smacked the Blue Jays. Blue Jays stink, bro. Vladdy didn't do anything.
He wants that money.
Yeah, that's why he's he might be hurting himself though. He's not really playing well, but it is spring training. But yeah, man. Apparently he had 2 outings. Started to see soreness. They said, "All right, let's go get some tests." He had inflammation, and now they're saying Tommy John. Oh, that sucks if you're a Yankee fan. But thank God they signed Max Fried.
Yeah,
because
Max stuff. See, that's the thing. Yankees always gonna have a great pitching rotation no matter what. It just sucks when these injuries, especially to your fucking ace, happen. What, 20 days before?
No, it's like 15 days to the opening day.
Yeah, 15 days. Well, about 20 for America, like
Yeah.
American games, because we know the Japan game
Tokyo, yeah.
But it's just unfortunate, even as a like I said, as a Red Sox fan, I'm like, damn.
You never want to see it because baseball is better with all the stars in it.
Yeah, so it is what it is. Hopefully he recovers much sooner than I anticipate. Like I said, I think he'll return next year, August. I hope he's out there fucking already warming up next year this time.
All right, Ken. Last thing before we get to our picks, LeBron James, he did leave the game Saturday night against the Celtics with a groin injury. He's expected to miss 1 to 2 weeks. He's going to wait till the groin injury kind of calms down. Over the next 24 hours, he's going to go to another doctor and receive another evaluation to see if it actually is 1 to 2 weeks. But their win streak got snapped over the weekend. Tough blow for a team that was red hot.
Yeah, ever since I'm pretty sure the Luka Doncic trade, or since like a date in early February or late January, Lakers been number 1 defensive team, number 1 field goal percentage, top 10 in 3-point percentage. They've just been honestly the best team in basketball since the trade went down. Got to give JJ Redick his credit where it's due. Been the number 1 rated defensive team as well. So to me, if there was a time for LeBron to go down with an injury, this is the time. You saw the chemistry already blending. You saw them play at a high level, was considered one of the best teams in all of the NBA when they were together. Now, let LeBron rest up. Let him, let the injury heal. To me, let him sit out 3 weeks. I'll let him sit out till April 1st just to play it safe. Let Luka build chemistry with his teammates. Let Austin Reeves keep flourishing, because we saw Austin Reeves even take off a little more this season. So, and we know LeBron could just come in and get plugged in. It's not like he has to come in and get rhythm once again. He's been with this core forever, and I think him and Luka don't need much to be reacquainted. So let Luka build more chemistry with his teammates. If there's any time for LeBron to go down with an injury, it's right now.
Yeah, 100%. So hopefully speedy recovery there. But kid, that's all the news we got today. Before we get to our picks, a quick word from our sponsor. We are brought to you each and every episode by Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market, hands down. There's no wonder why Viva was voted #1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Spirit Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV, Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration, as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We flavor tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks with just a kick, just like how we like our lives. Whether it's Huckleberry playing around the golf with the boys. By the way, they play so much golf down here in Florida. Everyone's playing golf. Or an elderberry watching the NBA. It doesn't matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with that artisanal blanco tequila for that subtle and refreshing drink. Our belief here at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. All right, kid. Like I said, big slate here for the NBA. We got 12 games on the slate for a Monday. What do we like? Heat laying 9.5. A lot of big spreads. Raptors, they're laying 7.
Boston 17. I'm tempted to take the 17 right now with Utah. Honestly,
Portland's catching 12.
Little disrespectful. Like, let's start there. Just because you mentioned, give me the Portland Trailblazers plus 12. I understand Steph, Jimmy Butler, they've been hot since the trade. I understand that, people, but 12 points to Portland to me is a little disrespectful. Give me the plus 12 with the Portland Trailblazers. Let's keep it going. 8 o'clock start. Indiana Pacers taking on Chicago Bulls. Over and sitting at 241.5. We just saw the Pacers lose back-to-back games to the Atlanta Hawks on the road. I took the Pacers back-to-back. I'm going to fade them this time around. Give me the plus 5.5 with the Chicago Bulls. Shop around, people. I see 5.5 on one book. See 4.5 on another. So shop around. Give me the Bulls at home plus 5.5. Next game, Orlando Magic taking on the Houston Rockets. Over and sitting at 213.5. Houston laying 4.5 at home. Orlando Magic, man. Like I said, Kurt, should have gave you a call, but y'all did win that game, but couldn't cover that teaser the other night. So Orlando been struggling. I don't know what is. Houston haven't been playing as great as they were in the first half of the season. But I'm gonna lay the spread here. Give me the -4.5. Also see fours out there, so shop around with Houston at home. I expect to take care of business. Um, and I'm gonna end it off with a two-way teaser deal. Like I said, Atlanta been playing good. Won those 2 games against the Pacers. I'm gonna tease them down against Philadelphia. They're laying 8.5 against Philly. We know how bad Philly is. I think they could cover the short number at 3. I don't know about the 8.5, but give me them down to 2.5. And then Los Angeles Lakers taking on the Brooklyn Nets. Still happy we never brought the tickets to see old Goat James because he went down with injury. This would have been the second time I got by old Goat. So kind of glad I didn't buy the tickets. I already saw Luca play, so I'm not really missing nothing. Give me the Brooklyn Nets. Tease them up to plus 12. No LeBron. I'm not saying we're live for the win. I love the 6. No, I like the 6. I really love them at plus 12. Give me the Brooklyn Nets to plus 12 and the Atlanta Hawks to -2.5. I'm -134.
Shout out Steph, though. I really wanted to say, I forgot to say it on top, but 26th player in NBA history for 25,000 points. He's crazy. Do you kind of believe Shaq when he says, you got to mention him up there with the greats, LeBron, Michael? You agree with that?
Do I agree with it? No, but do I understand and see why? Yes,
Yeah.
just because we can't deny how influential Steph Curry is.
He started shooting 30-footers, and everyone's starting to shoot 30-footers now.
Like, if you ask an 8-year-old kid, right? Nah, maybe not 8. Let's just say it's 11. 8 to 12-year-old. Who's their favorite basketball player?
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry's gonna come out more than LeBron James. Same way with us. You ask a bunch of 20 to 30-year-olds who's their favorite player of all time, they're gonna probably say LeBron James. 25 to 35 probably gonna say Kobe Bryant. 40 and up gonna tell you Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
So
you're right.
We can't deny how influential Steph was. Is Steph Curry considered the greatest shooter of all time? Absolutely. Is he one of the most influential players of all time? Any sport? Absolutely. I can't deny him being in the conversation. Am I going to put him in a top 5 category? Absolutely not. Is he able to get there? I think so. A lot of people consider him as the greatest point guard ever. I'm not there. I have, a couple people ahead of him, but that's just my opinion. But I can't deny nobody. Respectfully, nobody, when they say, hey, I think Steph Curry's the greatest player of all time.
Yeah.
Can't deny it because he's fucking great.
Yeah,
Gotta
no,
give
he
him that.
is. All right, kid. Well, thank you for your plays for Monday. 3 plays for me in college for tomorrow. Semifinals for the CAA. I gotta take my Towson Tigers, baby. Shout out my alum. It's a neutral. It's down in DC, but they're playing Delaware. I'll lay the 6. They're just a wagon. I think they've won 8, 9 in a row right now. I'm gonna take the Towson Tigers -6. Give me Robert Morrison -1.5 against Oakland. I think they should at least be 4 or 5 point favorites. And then I like Cleveland State against Youngstown State. Youngstown State has screwed me a couple times this season. I'll lay the 1.5 with Cleveland State. Remember back the first year we started the show, how heavy I was on Cleveland State?
Oh my God. And Youngstown.
Yes. They've been very profitable with me over the years, but no, shout out Cleveland State. I'm going to lay the 1.5 with them as well. 4 game slate in the NHL, kid. I've been on fire. Today I went for Sunday. Let me see what I did today. I went 5-3. 5-3. We hit on Ovechkin, another goal. We're just gonna continue to hit Ovechkin goals until he breaks the record. Devils money line. Shout out the Devils. They do get the big win on the road against the Philadelphia Flyers. But 4 game slate for the NHL tomorrow. Kid, we gotta stay hot. What do you like here?
I had to hit Cuddy before the pod. He gave me a couple plays, so we got to get into it, Dill. First game, give me the Edmonton Oilers take on Buffalo
Sabres.
There you go. Good luck still. Cuddy say he's taking them on the money line, but we know Cuddy. He loves them parlays. For the show, people, we saw Buffalo. They lost, 5 straight games?
Yeah.
I'm going to lay with the much better team on the road. Give me the puck line with the Edmonton Oilers on the puck line plus 130, Dill. That's what I'm going to do on the road. And then my next game, Toronto Maple Leafs taking on the Utah what?
Hockey Club.
That's all name.
Yeah, no. They moved there and they couldn't find a name and they missed the deadline. So they had to pull a Commanders and say, or a Washington football team. Honestly, it's a disgrace, but yeah.
Wow. When they need a new deadline. Toronto Maple Leafs. I'm gonna just say Utah. Taking on Utah. Give me the Maple Leafs on the money. I understand the Maple Leafs lost 3 straight, but Cuddy said they're gonna bounce back. Utah not it. I said, yeah, Cuddy. He said, yeah, Cuddy. So give me the Maple Leafs on the money line -118, and he said parlay it. Put a little parlay in as well.
I love it. I took the Maple Leafs over the weekend. Joey D's in the chat. He said, no Cuddy. Joey, we were just talking about you when shout out the first season of the Dream Wager. We were talking about our sources. According to my sources, legendary.
Dylan was like, oh, I don't have no sources. And I was like, the only person on the show that has sources is Joey D.
No, Joey does.
We're not at that level yet, but Joey has some sources. We know people. Joey literally has sources.
I took the Maple Leafs last night against the Avalanche, and they were up, and then they lose 7-4. So I'm gonna stay away from the Maple Leafs. They are due.
And like I said, Cuddy say parlay it. Parlays at plus 182.
I like it.
Maple Leafs on the money line, and then Edmonton on the money line.
I'm going to go to that Edmonton game. I think we're going to see some goals. I'm going to go first period over 1.5 goals. And then in the Ottawa Senators and Detroit Red Wings, give me Brady Tkachuk. Anytime goal scorer. We'll see what that prop comes out to, but it'll probably be around 180, 195. 2 straight games where he's had a goal. He just scored against Detroit in Detroit. Now coming home. I love Brady to Chuck, so I'm going to take him anytime goal scorer as well. But we'll have definitely more plays and props on our Action app, so make sure you guys follow us there, and we'll have all of our plays for free over there. So make sure you go check us out there. But kid, I'm going to go downstairs, get some more wine, enjoy my night, enjoy the last few days here in Florida before I return home. I'm sorry you have to go to work tomorrow. I feel for you. I'm going to say a prayer for you, but love you, kid. Enjoy the rest of your week. Any big plans this week?
Nah, honestly, I'm just a little excited. It's going to be 62, 63 on Tuesday as well. So finally spring is here. It's probably going to be a little cold in the morning, but hey, as long as it ain't damn, under 20 degrees, I'll be chilling.
84 the next 3 days here.
And it's going to feel like 90.
Yeah, so we will see. But thank you so much. Enjoy the games. God bless. Friday. Peace.